June 30th, 2023, 6:30 in the morning, and I haven't been gardening. I haven't been doing much of anything. Everything's just taking over. Nasturtiums are slowly dying out. Still have a few strawberry plants. Have mostly a volunteer garden this year. I don't know why this one won't green up. I'll feed them. And I have Swiss chard green beans, red leaf lettuce from Zuli that she got from Cole. About the only thing I have done is I planted corn. Of course, I planted in the walkway. It's the only place I had clean enough that I could actually plant something. But lots of butterfly weed, milkweed. It's taken over because the strawberries have died out. A very tall catnip. Some garlic here and there. That's tomatoes. Can't get over there. But they're not ripe enough, so once they color up, then I'll figure out a way over there. Those are now 2 years old. Dragon fruit's been blooming like crazy. A bunch of dead flowers. Hopefully I'll get some fruit this year. I think I only got 2 last year. Grapevine's taken over. I didn't cut it back last year. I usually keep it cut to the ground because I never get any decent grapes off of it. But look, because usually this is about the only bunch of grapes I would ever get. But look at here. That's a good 20 inches long. And they're starting to fatten up. I planted 3 different types. The sticks were given to me. 2 of them died out after a couple of years, but this one insists on growing. There's another piece there, and I don't know how many bunches of grapes there are out here. And this year's celery crop. Those were supposed to be daikon radishes, but they never did anything. I'm letting this lettuce go to seed. And there's a Swiss chard. And the old lady, what is she, 6 years old now? 7 years old? Borge. Celery, celery everywhere. This is this year's celery. I never got it transplanted into their own pots, but that's okay. And we have peppermint, catnip, spearmint. Ah, the pimento's coming back. It's got a little bud or 2. This would be year 3. Should have cut it back last year, but I didn't. Well, the basil finally started growing. I had that whole layer covered with seeds, and only this one chunk came up. Oh, looks like I got a little fig tree. But look, I got peaches. They're nice and hard still. And everybody's the same size. So I got at least a dozen, I would say. And we have tomato plants, volunteer tomato plants everywhere. Then we have, of course, Tasties. Tasty radish seeds. Love them. And bored. Calendulas. Tomatoes. I did get one of the little peach trees dug up and repotted. The other ones are still in the ground. I can always just take a chainsaw to them if they get out of control. There's the other peach tree, but it only has maybe 2 peaches on it. But it's only, I think this is its 3rd year. And I did a boo-boo. I was watering the little things over there with a low stream of water. So I set the hose inside of here. And this is the bed that's been lined with plastic with only 2 small slits in it. Well, I came out a couple hours later and I heard water dripping. Didn't turn the hose off. So I'm surprised it isn't completely dead. It wilted the next day and hasn't been looking that great, but it still has tomatoes on it. This whole box got flooded really bad. It was literally underwater, but luckily this apparently didn't get that much water. It's trying to die back, but it does have tomatoes, lots of tomatoes, and not all the plant is dying. Cilantro's, oh, I could start cutting you back and saving the seeds, getting brown stems. But did you know on tomatoes that if you see a little green star, that's real faint. That's real faint. That one's more obvious. If you see a little green star on the bottom of the tomato, it will ripen up. But if there's no green star, it's never going to ripen. Oh, gonna have figs. Gonna have figs. Taking a lot longer than usual. Of course, I did cut this whole chunk out last fall. And blueberries. Now, if we didn't have that rainstorm, this whole thing would be covered with clusters like that. But I'm having some issues. For some reason, this piece just up and died. Now see, the rain wouldn't knocked all those flowers off, I would have so many blueberries. Of course, I've been eating them. Isn't that what they're growing for? It's for me to eat them. And I wonder what could be causing this problem. That chunk has died out one little piece at a time, but where it's connected to hasn't died out. I think I'm just going to remove the passion vine. It does not look like it's going to come back. Oh, there's one little chunk right there that's actually doing something. Right there. Oh, you're so pretty. And my 35, 40-year-old hydrangea seems like it's given up. Every day I come out and a new piece is wilted and dying. And I saw a thing from last year, and this was huge and beautiful and gorgeous and full of flowers. But hydrangea's dying too. Whatever I got it. Another volunteer tomato. Look at the tomatoes, they're so cute. Still having strawberries over here. So I didn't lose everybody. But last year only one plant threw out runners. That doesn't help. Saving seeds. This is a Spanish black radish, which I love. And all I ended up with is one little one in a pot. Zuli, here's the 42-day tomato you gave me. Here's my artichoke. Last year, this time, I was eating the artichokes. Don't know what I did wrong. Oh, we've had a wet, cloudy. Maybe that was it. It was super cloudy this spring. In fact, it's all overcast again this morning. And all my pretties. Those pink flowers are called Farewell to Spring, or Godelias, something like that. And that's feverfew. Watch out if you ever plant feverfew. You will have feverfew for the rest of your life. And those are radish seeds that I've covered. Because the birds see them when they're green and they eat them. They wait until they're ready to be seeds and they eat them all. Come out and the whole thing's stripped overnight. And somewhere, somehow, I ended up with yellow milkweed. Came in out of nowhere. It's in several different little places now, which is fine with me. I still have rainwater left, except I didn't get them covered so that you can see how they're evaporating. Still have some in here with my mosquito dunk. That purple thing is not the mosquito dunk. Oh, it looks like I might have some seed pods from the yellow. How did you get over here? And I'm going to be collecting carnation seeds. Lima bean has come back on its own. I need to come out here and, because it's been in the 90s or 80s, 90s, everything's drying out, so I need to get out here and start saving my cylindrical beet seeds. I have a little fountain for the birdies. Here is my baby. There is the cherry tree. Yeah, it's moist. The avocado. I did tip prune so it will bush out instead of go straight up. Didn't get that one over there. That one over there. I'm going to have a few celery seeds this year. And someplace up there is one peach. Huh, maybe it's gone. Nope. There it is. Where's the camera? Over there. There's one peach. When it's gone, the peach tree's coming down. Would you believe that corn was planted the same day as the other corn in the caged garden? And because it gets a lot more sun, look at the size of it. Hopefully I'll be able to harvest corn from here. And there's a peach tree, and there's a peach tree, and there's another one further down. I'm just going to let them grow in there. Well, that's it for this month. Oh, got lemons still. But very, very poor bloom on the Tangelo. I don't even remember seeing it actually bloom, where last year it was just covered with flowers. Apparently bloomed, because there's a Tangelo. There's a Tangelo. There's one from last year. Never grew. That was it. Got maybe a dozen that size. But pink lemonade's still doing. And there's all my little seedlings that I've started for a neighbor. Anyway and anyhow I could. I am saving seeds for me and my neighbor. Astromerias. These you really have to be careful because the pods like to explode, like in Patience. And then you lose all your seeds. So, out of focus. Eyes are out of focus too. So you need to contain the seeds when they decide to pop open. A lot more stuff has started for my neighbor. And I'm really surprised. Night blooming jasmine took off right away. All of these are for my neighbor. The majority of them have taken. And this is the avocado tree in its new home, and I think she's very, very happy. And I cut that down to the stump. Well, 6 foot high. And look at how much it's brought. And look how much it has grown already this year.